Welcome to the Dollar Bill Show, episode 62, I think.
63,
I think
episode
that's
63.
right. Okay, I just want to jump right into this, man. There's a kid in our community that killed himself, and now they're finding out the FBI is involved and stuff, and they're finding out that somebody had baited him online, and it was somebody using a false account, and fucking with him with whatever kind of technology, and they made him fall for him like a woman, and he was just I think 14 or 15 years old, and ended up they were, sending pictures back and forth and stuff like this. And whatever this was, or this AI, man, it's fucking tricky, dude. And he sent some kind, I think maybe well, from what I've heard, is that he sent an explicit picture, and then they tried to extort him, and were I guess claiming that they're gonna put this out there and ruin him. And if he didn't send, I heard $500 or something. And so this fucking kid killed himself, man. And it's horrible, dude. And look, I'm going to be straight up, man. I can relate to this, man. If you even knew the shit that I've had done to me, there was this account, and it was, and I'll be honest, dude, it was I was still even married, and this girl messaged me, and it was on Twitter, and it was weird too. I started calling into the Stern Show, and I was on the Stern Show, and they're using a lot of my stuff and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, man, there was all these accounts on Twitter, and I could tell they were professional writers. These are people's, fake accounts, and probably 200 of them. And they were all following me. I mean, giving me so much dopamine, laughing at everything I was saying, all of this stuff, and just fueling me. And then this girl, she looked like the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. And we quickly became best friends. And dude, I'm telling you, I would FaceTime with her and all kinds of shit. I would even FaceTime with her, and this goes back to 2017, probably, right after I got out of jail. I know I would FaceTime with her then and stuff like that. And maybe in the beginning of 2016, even before I went, maybe a little bit. But because then, I knew I was getting a divorce afterwards, and but I fell in love with her from day one, man. And Howard would say shit, dude. I'm not even kidding you. I'd be on the phone with the show, and he would say shit, and I think sometimes it wouldn't be on the air, or it would. And I remember him saying, that's the enemy. And then a couple years later, he said, I've had your phone tapped since this was right when the day he was interviewing David Spade on the air in 2018. And he said, I tapped your phone and all of this stuff. And I didn't know, man, whether it's just what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's I mean, I'll be honest, I was a complete mess drug addict on my deathbed and didn't even know it. And luckily, all of this led me to Jesus. And I love Howard, dude. I blindly loved Howard my whole life. He was literally my favorite fucking human being who I loved, and my escape from my fucking shit life that I had. You know what I'm saying? It was fucked up in my home, man, where I grew up. It was a fucking nightmare, honestly, dude. I relate to Tina Turner, bro. There's shit people didn't even know, what it was like for me. But all of this, Jesus used it to teach me so much stuff, even about this woman. And I think that there was, if this is not the fucking synagogue of Satan, Illuminati that did this shit, then it's like something bigger. It's like a fucking, because it's like a government or something AI, and it has its own mind. Because literally, like, I would FaceTime with this woman, and then one time, like, all of a sudden she like shape shifted into something different and like turned demonic. And it was like if the smartest man has like 167 or 70 IQ, this thing had an IQ of literally in thousands. And it was like saying the most demonic, threatening shit to my soul ever. And like it would lure me in. Like this motherfucker, whoever this was, they sent me like gifts, Amazon gift cards for $350, $800, and paid my rent one time. And I thought it was just this rich woman in Scotland. And I fell in love with her, like totally in love with her. I'm still in love with her to this day. But it's like every time I would get near, it was like she would just like knew every way to crush my fucking soul and rip my guts out. And like the whole thing, because, you know, Jesus, he uses the whole universe to your advantage. He uses it all. And so it's made me a much stronger person. It made me realize how bad of a people pleaser I am. And that like when the type of women I'm attracted to, like, hurt me if they just like ignore me and are funny as hell and like are mean to me and and try to make me chase them. It's like, and I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no fucking way, man. That's not love. And it's taught me that like what love really is. And like slowly but surely I'm becoming attracted to what's good for me and somebody that's caring and all of that. There's somebody out there I've had my eye on for years. But like this is all confusing, man. And like if I ever find out who this really is that is behind this shit, like I don't know, man. Like I got a lot of love in my heart, and it also like, because I forgive, I'm a very, very forgiving person. But whoever did this, at the same time, they owe me a huge apology, and they should also probably, like, I should definitely get some kind of punitive damages for this, and they should probably do jail time, like whoever was involved in this, because it's like a total mind fuck. And they also like tried to bring up I'll just say it out in the open. Hold on, let me ask corporate if I should do this. Corporate? Yes. Do you think I should mention people's names and what they tried to do? Well, I don't know. It could be a lawsuit. Well, you know that I owed $9.23 to Afterpay on Temu, and that was exactly what I had in my account. So now I have $0.00 in my account now. Well, I guess you don't have much to worry about. I mean, you can't get blood out of a turnip. I think you got a point. This person, like, I honestly think it was all some kind of advanced AI, but they made me, like, they would mention started mentioning Tim Dillon all the time. And like, and I think would send him stuff, and then like it's trying to make me think it's this one girl, comedian that's behind some of it, Carolyn Bannywitz.
I honestly believe it was more than one person.
Man. But and that
they also tried to make me think it was like some like famous rappers like Eminem and different shit like that. A real mind fuck. They knew
the type of woman that I wanted and looked at, and like they modeled this shit. I mean, dude, I'm sitting there, I'm talking about, like, I would FaceTime with this woman, and she would even have friends and fucking animals and all of this shit, and I don't even think she was real, dude. This shit is way more advanced than what people think, and it's way more fucking dangerous, I think, than what people think. And because you see, man, like, I'm a strong fucking dude. I'm a strong dude, but there was like a dozen times, you know, over these past few years where I was on my deathbed, dude, brokenhearted. The only reason I'm here is because Jesus came to me and healed my broken heart and saved me. Literally, the only reason why I'm here is because my son is alive and because Jesus did that. And like, that's what kept me alive. And like, I get lonely as fuck sometimes, but I'm okay, man, because I have Jesus and he always puts somebody there. Like today, I just talked to my sister, ran into her at the store and haven't seen my half sister that I never knew. And like we hugged and it was great. And like God did that. You know what I'm saying? And, it was great. It was terrific. But like you see this type of shit, I was even trying to take this bitch on Catfish, dude. And like they were all for it, dude. The producers of Catfish and all of this stuff. And then once they investigated it, it was like, I think they realized it was something bigger or something tied to something much bigger and all of this shit. And it was just like, they were calling me all the fucking time, like, gonna set up all of this shit. And then all of a sudden it was like, bam, they fucking wouldn't call me back nothing, dude. It was like something bigger than them. So like there's some real fishy shit going on. And like I was so lonely that I started to fucking try to talk to it just today, and I deleted messages and stopped myself because where I got lonely. And like they made me fall in love with this person. And I don't even know who the fuck this is or if it's real, or there is some parts of me that I think it has to be like sometimes there was a real woman behind this, like there had to be, you know what I'm saying? Or like professional comedians and all of this stuff. But it's, you know, it's very dark. There's some dark psychology to this shit. And you see, man, like I'm lucky to be here, and just please, man, say a prayer for this kid's family, and because that is absolutely horrible that people do stuff like this, man. And you know, I don't regret everything, and I'm a very forgiving person because I need to have love in my heart, which I have massive amounts of love in my heart. I wake up every day and I say something wonderful is going to happen today. And I read my prayers and pray, and that's usually how I start my day. If I remember right then, I still do it very soon after. And like God blesses me and he's with me, and he's blessing me more every day and giving me more and more confidence. So I'm very, very thankful, you know, and who I have become, you know what I mean? But like, maybe they knew I would be like this. And like, there's a big part of me that's very much thankful for what happened. You know what I mean? Because
I
I was
felt like it was
literally on
my
my
only
deathbed,
friend
and who I
most of
am
the
now is
time.
not
All of
even
my
the same
friends
person,
left.
man. You know, I can look in the mirror and be like, I'm okay today. And like, I'm good. You know what I mean? I learned that like karma is real and all of that. There's tests all the time in front of me, like some old lady with $100,000 standing right there. And it's like, it's all a test. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, shit like that's wrong. Don't do, you know, why would, you know what I mean? Because he has bigger things for me. So, anyway, God bless you guys, and please say a prayer for this kid and, his family. You know what I'm saying? Because how could you do that to a kid? You know what I'm saying? The reason I'm here is because of my son. I knew that I had to get back to him in some way. Thank you guys.